A very good evening to you all. Thank you for joining us for the UBC News Tonight, the 8 o'clock edition. My name is Wadulo Mark Arnold and Dorothy Namuyomba on sign language. Without further ado, let's give you the headlines and then start the bulletin. In our headlines tonight, President Yoweri Museveni has called for an investigation into Uganda Development Bank. And thousands mourn Ugandan Olympian Rebecca Cheptegei, who was tragically killed by her ex-partner. Furthermore, Minister Kabyanga delivers computers to support Kakumiro district. And Red Cross provides relief aid to victims of the Kasese floods. All these in our news tonight. Thank you for joining us once again. It's now time for the news in detail. President Yoweri Museveni has instructed for special investigations into the operations of the Uganda Development Bank in relation to the country's development agenda of enrolling more into the money economy. The president, while officiating the 5th biannual private sector CEO retreat in Kampala, reiterated on the large sums of money injected into UDB's success stories and not satisfactory to the intended motives. Let's take a look at those details.
The 50th biannual private sector CEO retreat centered on strategies towards exposing northern Uganda to different development opportunities and finding feasible mechanisms of making the region more investable.
The region benefits from Uganda's overall trade policies, which aim to promote regional integration and economic development. Local policies focus on improving agricultural production, productivity, and market access. There is also trade agreements. The region will be able to benefit, as we know that Uganda is a member of East African Community, which facilitates regional trade generally, and also simplified trade regimes.
President Yoweri Museveni officiated at the event and pointed out strategic infrastructure achievements directed to the region, especially electricity and road network, which are expected to improve on the statistics of Ugandans in the money economy.
Electricity, which we already have and we are expanding. The roads, which we already have and we are expanding. The railway, irrigation, we shall have addressed. Now, the other issue, of course, is the market access, which will be partly addressed by the purchasing power. Because if we have more money in our people's hands, they will consume more within the country.
President expressed urgent need to investigate operations of the Uganda Development Bank, whose input not proportionate to the output. Museveni says government has rolled out several schemes through this bank, but the results remain silent.
Because we are putting money there, money there, money there. Okay, they may not give everybody, but they should be able to prove that we had 1,000 applicants. We have covered 100. We covered them well. We could not cover the other 900. That one makes sense. But when you have covered, no, everybody is crying. Then what are you for?
In the deliberate campaign of reviving and promoting coffee growing, President has committed to utilize most of government farms as coffee seedling distribution centers.
Like for instance, I'm going to get my model farm in Bariregi to become a seed multiplying center. I can cover that area. I'm already doing it in Ixozi. I distributed all the coffee seedlings in Ixozi around my place. And I can use the farm in Kitierera to do the same for Soga. So we are going to distribute the seedlings.
Beneficiaries from different government development programs in northern Uganda have shared success stories. Notable among the beneficiaries is the former leader of the opposition in Parliament, Professor Ogenga Latigo.
PDM, as you have proposed, is good. But I can tell you, Mr. President, that the people in the districts will give money not on the basis of competencies, but on the basis of whom they know or want to get that money.
Currently, urge also government, if they can consider financing some of these institutions, not necessarily like mine, but if they can try to put value in the youth who have come out and try to do things without support of the government, that would be something encourageable, because when a youth looks at me, they will be inspired to come and also join the venture of agriculture.
The forum passed 13 resolutions from this year's retreat, and these resolutions are focusing on revamping and retargeting northern Uganda into a commercialized production and logistical hub for export.
There is a need to designate special zones, economic zones, initially starting with the Gulu, while promoting the establishment of public and private industrial parks and free zones. And 12, that government should undertake informed strategic investments in value addition along prioritized value chains, particularly large-scale agro-processing industries, which have the potential to be competitive at regional as well as international level.
President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has expressed commitment of revamping and expanding the railway network to ease cargo movement and reduce coastal production. Museveni cautioned the people of northern Uganda against bad politics, which hinders development. Abdul Nasir Lowama and Rogers Komagun for UBC.
The State Minister for ICT, Godfrey Kabyanga, has commissioned the multi-billion Health Center 4 and Healthy 4 and ICT laboratories in Kakumiro district. He called on beneficiaries to make good use of these facilities. Kabyanga represented Prime Minister Robin Nabanja at the event.
The Ministry of ICT and National Guidance continues to enhance IT services and infrastructure across schools and health centers. In Kakumiro District, State Minister for ICT Godfrey Kabyanga has delivered computers to several institutions, including St. Edward's SS Bukumi, Chitaihuka CDSS, St. Paul's Kihumuro CDSS, and the Birembo War Memorial School, Kakumiro. Additionally, some computers were provided to Kakindo Health Center 4.
I know that education is a game changer. If you want to break the chains of poverty, you should take your children to school. Most of us come from very humble families, but the chains of poverty have been broken because we went to school. So that's the message I want to give to the people. President Museveni has done enough. He has lobbied for money. They have put up laboratories.
Minister Kabyanga presided over these events on behalf of Prime Minister Robin Nabanja.
2, 1, go!
Okay.
So, thanks very much.
Museveni oye! Nabanja oye! I'm happy that the whole leadership of Kakumiro is involved in the management of these projects. The cow was with his team. The LOC5 chairman was with the team. The woman MP and the constituency MPs were together, and obviously the overall supervisor was the Right Honourable Prime Minister, who was actually supposed to come and commission these projects, but sent me to stand in for her because she had other commitments.
The Deputy Resident District Commissioner Kakumiro Peter Bisoborwa and LOC5 chairperson expressed their gratitude to the government for this initiative and pledged to oversee the proper use of the new resources.
Omujungu byaita food, clothing, shelter na medical care. Hata Uganda education kusomesa abana niyo bahentanda. Akwa government ye kwembeka amasomero nesora abasomesa n'ebintu. Inyo muzaire atyo mulimo gwaitu ito abazaire guli kubazara.
The beneficiaries also expressed their appreciation for the government's ongoing support.
St. Edward's, we received 200 iron sheets to help us cater for the dilapidated roofs of staff quarters. But those were just a drop of water in an ocean. When you look at our staff quarters there, most of the buildings still have even asbestos, which are discouraged. But we are happy that government has responded positively.
And furthermore, all roads lead to Nakaseke district in Semuto this Sunday as President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni joins thousands of his supporters to celebrate his 80th birthday. Preparations are already in full gear to welcome the president and other dignitaries. Leading the preparations on the ground is Deputy NRM Secretary General Rose Namayanja.
Enteekateeka ezikoleddwa wonna era tuli mu keeterekerero tulabika buli kimu kiwedde enkya tulinda kusaba okugenda okubeera wano ate tujja kulya tujja kunywa endongo weeri ate n'abanagenda ekawumu nabo bajja kubeerayo. Catholic Parish, which is the venue for the celebrations of President Museveni's 80 years of revolutionary leadership. When he was swearing in, he said that this was not a mere change of guard, but a fundamental change. And he has lived to that word. He has led this country from a failed state to now towards the middle income status. So it's important that we celebrate the life of a revolutionary leader that has seen us through all that. This place is of historical significance during the war, and we are glad that he chose it. From tomorrow we shall start at 10 with Mass here led by the Interreligious Council of Uganda, and then the President will address the congregation from different parts of the country, but most importantly from Nakaseke, from Nakasongola, from Luwero, from Wakiso, from Gombe in Wakiso, and Singo or Greater Mubende, plus other parts of the country. And we take stock of knowing what he has been able to do and where he has brought us. From here there will be a luncheon for the VVIPs at Kaumu, but the whole congregation will be served very, very well. We have slaughtered a number of bulls, over 40 bulls here, and the community is the one, the people who are doing the work here are the local people in the community.
Ugandan Olympic marathon runner Rebecca Cheptegei, who was tragically set on fire by her former boyfriend, has been buried at her father's homestead in eastern Uganda. As a member of Uganda's armed forces, her funeral included a 3-volley salute and soldiers carrying her coffin.
Just under 2 weeks ago, Dixon Diema attacked Cheptegei with petrol near her home in northwest Kenya. The brutality of the attack has shocked her family and the global community, underscoring the alarming violence against women in Kenya. At her emotional funeral in Boko district, fellow athletes wore black t-shirts with "Say No to Gender-Based Violence." Sports and Youth Affairs Minister Kipchumba Murkomen addressed the mourners, acknowledging the government and community's failure to address Cheptegei's plight.
And report any cases of gender-based violence meted against our women and men to the authorities. In addition, let's use available communication channels, including mainstream media, social media, to highlight these vices so that we can make the world a safer place for our girls and our women. As we mourn Rebecca, let us be encouraged by the word of God in Psalms 34:18, that the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. To the family, friends, relatives of Rebecca, and to the people of Uganda, may God wipe your tears, bandage your wounds, and heal your hearts. On behalf of the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Dr. William Ruto, who has sent me here personally and told me I must be here in person, I wish to extend our sincere condolences to the family and friends of Rebecca Cheptegei, the sports fraternity, and the government and the people of the Republic of Uganda. May the soul of our sister rest in eternal peace. Asanteni. Thank you very much.
Reports suggest a land dispute between Cheptegei and Yema. Stella Chesange, teammate from the Paris Olympics, expressed deep sadness over her loss.
Here, I'm not a happy man because we have lost one of the prominent athletes whom we have taken long time to groom. But at last, these are the people we are depending on, and they just die miserable deaths. For example, what happened in Kenya. Recently, we have just buried, actually, it's not even a year, we have just buried one of our own who was stabbed to death. Now, this one is fire, so we don't know what's next.
This incident, which caused the death of Rebecca Cheptegei, is so saddening and unbelievable that somebody can dose a partner with the petrol and set the person ablaze. This is unbelievable. As a federation and as the athletics fraternity, it is a painful thing. And I want to send out a message out there to the Dixons of Uganda, of Kenya, and the world over, that such a thing should not continue.
Cheptegei's final race was the Paris Olympics marathon, where she finished 44th. She passed away in hospital 4 days after the attack, suffering severe burns. Ndiema, who also sustained burns, died shortly after. Her death highlights a troubling trend of violence against female athletes in neighboring Kenya.
We are very sad that we have lost our sister Rebecca Cheptegei in a very strange manner due to gender-based violence. And I continue to reiterate that gender-based violence should not have a place in our communities and in our women in the sport. We really need to protect our young girls against gender-based violence.
Quite sad there, may her soul rest in eternal peace. Now, the Archbishop of the Church of Uganda, Dr. Samuel Kazimba Mugalu, has officiated the launch of the fundraising campaign aimed at supporting and uplifting the younger generation. He made these remarks while at Nyakasura School in Fort Portal during the celebration of the school's 100th anniversary. The event was organized by the school's alumni with the goal of raising funds for renovating the school. The Uganda Red Cross Society, in collaboration with the Office of the Prime Minister, has donated assorted items to Kasese flood victims. The donation benefited about 280 people who were severely affected. More details in this report.
Over 280 flood victims in Kasese municipality have received relief items donated by the Uganda Red Cross Society in collaboration with the Office of the Prime Minister. Items like blankets, nets, saucepans, solar panels, and soap, among others, were given to families that were severely affected with the recent flooding in Kasese municipality.
The relief items we've given, the focus is on of course, having a shelter, an emergency shelter, so there's a tarpaulin, emergency beddings. We have 2 mats, 2 blankets, and a mosquito net. Then also we focus on hygiene. We give them soap, water storage containers, and cooking sets, saucepans, plates, spoons, forks, and ladles. Ideally, then also we know light is important. We've given them a set of solar lamp, which can also charge a phone for communication. So we believe these are core relief items which can, in the meantime, restore their hope.
Officiating during the distribution, the Kasese Resident District Commissioner, Lieutenant Joel Simbi, advised the beneficiaries to put the donation received to its proper use.
We are humbly appealing to the Wananchi not to sell these things because some other people will sell food. The blankets which are here, mosquito nets, you will find the mosquito nets now on Henny's house, which is purely unacceptable.
He urged the communities living along River Nyamwamba to be mindful of their lives, especially when advised to leave such dangerous places.
Because they know the traditional route of Nyamwamba, and they end up going and constructing in the same place. And some other people know that time we were affected, we told them that they should leave the place. But they said no, and they stayed there. So we shall continuously educate them, reminding them, because it is our role as leaders. But even themselves and even the local leaders should play their roles. The local governments, the councillors, they should play the same role of sensitizing the community.
The area member of parliament for Kasese municipality, Kambale Ferigo, revealed that government is much concerned in ensuring that sanity is restored as soon as possible.
Monday this week, cabinet sat to discuss this important matter, and have been reliably informed that the president has already directed the office of the prime minister to dispatch a team of engineers to come on ground for fact-finding, and so that we get a permanent solution.
The beneficiaries appreciated the government and Red Cross Society for the support extended to them.
I thank Red Cross for giving us things very, very much, and very excited. It has given us solar, jerrycan, saucepan, knife, very, very much. I thank you.
Red Cross wakwatagana na government kureba ngo eineki yatupangira no mundi abe natunga bice ahari ebyo ebifire beitu cyayireka mu mutima murungi ahabwa Red Cross na government.
And in more news, the parish priest of Nsambya, Reverend Father Joseph Semanda, has celebrated 25 years in priesthood, and his elder brother, Reverend Father Joseph Balikudembe Kakoza, 50 years in priesthood. Celebrating the Holy Mass at St. Peter's Cathedral in Nsambya Parish, the main celebrant, Monsignor Gerald Kalumba, thanked the two Reverend Fathers for dedicating their lives to God while serving the humanity in church. He called upon the Mother Church to always pray for priests.
The parish priest of Nsambya Parish, Reverend Father Joseph Balikudembe Semanda, celebrated 25 years in priesthood, and his brother, Reverend Father Joseph Kakoza, 50 years of celibate life. The homily, led by Monsignor Gerald Kalumba, thanked the two Reverend Fathers for dedicating their lives to God while serving the community in church, despite of the challenges faced in the modern era.
okuweereza Yesu Kristo eyabonaabona n'akomererwa ku musaalaba n'afa n'azuukira oyo gwe baweereza okuwooma n'okukaawa mu busaseredooti wano we kusibuka bwabanga obusaseredooti bubawoomedde era tukakasa nti bubawoomedde ensonga lwaki batuyise lwakubeera ekyo nti Yesu yabonaabona n'akomererwa ku musaalaba n'afa n'azuukira.
The parish priest of Nsambya Parish, Reverend Father Joseph Semanda, says celebrating 25 years in priesthood is God's mercy. He appreciated all those who have supported them in their spiritual journeys.
Lord God, who am I and who are the members of my house? And you have brought me to this point. Nzani, then you were teacher medical. Monsignor Kalumba yekuwuliddeko ng'ayigiriza galasirika nto kisa kya Katonda n'abusaasizibwe. Ati malayisa abakristo Mr. Evarist balina omugisha, Honorable Jane balina omugisha. You are indeed a strong pillar in the Nsambya Parish. Mwebale kubeera olunaku luno. Luno olunaku lukulu nnyo Mukama yalukoze
The head of Leinti at Nsambya Parish, Evarist Bainomjisha, thanked Nsambya parishioners for their generous contribution towards the silver and golden jubilee of the two priests.
I want to thank my executive for supporting the parish. I pray that we continue working together, supporting Father Semanda to achieve the best out of the best and to continue serving God the best of his ability.
It's very vital in our lives because he is our friend and our mentor and our spiritual leader. So really it was very important for me as a member of parliament to be here, and the second time as a friend, and the third as a parishioner. So Father, we celebrate you and happy 25th anniversary.
Also celebrated during the Mass was Maria Veronica Narugwa Narumanya Ruanga, the mother of the two priests, who made 97 years of life. It was a day filled with prayer, reflection, and celebration, not just of the two priests, but also of the enduring faith that has sustained them and their community. Joseph Bule, UBC, here at Nsambya.
Tuli wano leero ku Divine College Wakiso okutuusa obweyamu ew'omuwanguzi waffe owa school fees kubanga abadde akozesa pay with momo okusasula school fees za mwana we era awangudde school fees za term 3.
Nze nkolera Kagadi naye kinyanguyira okukozesa MTN momo olw'okubanga transport okuva Kagadi okujja ero Kampala $6,000 nga nyiga *165 *8 asi nakozesa MTN momo nga balance yali asigaddeyo ne musasula. Kakati nange nafuuse omuwanguzi mu MTN momo. Ndi musanyufu nnyo abe MTN otuddiza. Bazadde bannange mbakubiriza okozesa MTN momo kubanga MTN yesigika, MTN mazima wanvu.
Together we're unstoppable.
Hey kids, we're going to count today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enjoy 5 ways to love your baby, smoothen and protect your baby's skin with 5 new gentle formulations. Original to nurture your baby, aloe vera to protect your chibubu skin, cocoa butter to comfort your pinku, mild scent to soothe your little one, and avocado to soften your buju skin. Available in all supermarkets, retail shops, and cosmetics shops near you. Move it, baby jelly. All day confidence.
Sometimes, the pressure of paying taxes can feel overwhelming. The temptation to cut corners and under-declare your income may creep in. But before you make that choice, consider the cost. Under-declaring taxes might seem like an easy way out, but the consequences can be severe. URA offers resources and payment plans to help you manage your taxes. You can pay in installments if it's difficult to pay in full. Transparency is key. Avoid penalties and unexpected liabilities by reporting everything accurately. To report corruption, call URA on our toll-free lines. Uganda Revenue Authority. Developing Uganda together.
To prepare, just 3 minutes and they're ready. You can have them anywhere.
Indomie Instant Noodles is available in 3 flavors of chicken, beef, and vegetable. Buy your Indomie Instant Noodles in supermarkets and dukas near you anywhere across Uganda. Indomie Instant Noodles, Uganda's best loved noodles.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight. Now, all is set for the Chapa League climax that's due next Saturday at the National Enterprises Corporation grounds in Bugolobi. The final day at which there will be the recognizing of the best performers and individuals, companies and teams will also be spiced up by musical performances.
The Chapa League, as is known, is a sports competition organized by old students of Mbara High School that has now witnessed 9 successful editions. Its membership is guided by the year of study at this great institution that isn't only proud of its education, but also a historic sports powerhouse. The league has grown in stature from a simple weekend kickabout to arguably one of the most awaited social activities on Uganda's calendar.
Only going to give you an insight of what will come through when we launch our strategic plan. It's not yet launched, so I wouldn't want to divulge all the details in it. But part of them, we are looking at buying our own home. Currently, we are playing at the Coffee Grounds in Bugolobi, but this is a facility that we have to pay for every time that we use it.
This year's version climaxes next weekend with an anticipated grand finale that will witness sport as a tool for unity and cohesion among society.
Last season, we partnered with Uganda National Roads Authority to try and do a tree planting campaign back in Mbarara. We planted some trees along the Mbarara bypass, for those of you who are familiar with the place. And also in the last 2 seasons, we have also done some blood donation drives on some of our outings, which are dubbed the medical camp. The blood that we donate and the checkups that we do, they help to save lives.
The league that started in February attracted 26 teams that have played a combined 330 games over the last 19 outings. As it stands with a round to play in the Chapa League, Team Ruizi leads the standings with 54 points and is champions in waiting because a second-placed Ndingiswayo FC on 49 points can't catch them. The league, which is one of those that exhibits inclusiveness with the ladies' team, will on the final day also witness the Bulls tournament. This, in its second edition, is at the quarter-final stage with 8 teams including Chogam FC, Ndingiswayo, Yoboyobo, Samiyati, Katara, Mutakoha, 99 Dynamos and Karasande expected to battle for the top prize. The final day will also witness recognizing of excellent athletes and will be punctuated by musical performances.
And that brings us to the end of our 8 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. My name is Wadulo Mark Arnold, Dorothy Namuyomba on sign language. We now leave you with the weekly business roundup with Jerome Paul Sonko.